Hi all, welcome back to Learning Partner. So this is the part of ASP.NET Core Web API tutorial. So till now, all these things we have completed. Everything like what we need to know when we start or when we think of the API development or when we work actually on any project, right? So first we have completed basic C#, then we created API project. I have explained what are the files we have. Then with the database, we created CRUD APIs with the entity framework. Then what are the different return types? I action result, different response type, okay, created 200, 201, 400, 500, right? Validation, how do we add the validation also? Then what are async API? Why not to go for synchronous API? Why do we create async API? That we have seen. What are thread? Correct? Then in last episode, we have discussed what is foreign key. In database, I have explained what is foreign key, how do we add a relation. Then same thing in the API also, how do we write the join, right? How do you return the data from multiple tables? So you can see this is what we have written the join. Now, in this episode, what we are going to discuss, like services, as again. So either you are an Angular developer or a React.js developer, in Angular or React.js, we create services. At least in Angular, we have a dedicated term for services. But in React.js, it will be a simple utility file. So instead of writing your heavy logic or even let's say API call logic into component, we move that logic to our services so that our component will be lightweight. Only code which is related to DOM manipulation will be in your component, right? Same behavior you can follow it over here. So our controller should not be heavy. The job of controller is to just process the incoming request. Whatever the API is coming, request is coming, our controller job is to just process the incoming request. Heavy code, either it is your data operation, some computing, anything, you can move it to the services. Again, it's not a service, it's just another class, but we can call it as a services. Fine. Now, so we are going to see that how do we create services, how do we register it to the dependency injection, how do we inject into our master, into our controller. Now, let's say what we will see, let's say this get API method. So what we did in get API in this master controller, here only we have created DB context object. Here only we have written that operation, which is fetching the data from your database, right? So instead of doing this, what we do, we create a service. Okay. So let's create a service. What name I will give, or I will create a folder also. Right click. I'm just creating a new folder, services. Should it be capital? Let's make it capital. Fine. Now in this service, I will create a master service, just the name of the class. So your masters. It's again another simple type, your C# class. Okay. Let's click on OK. Okay. So we created a simple class. Now we need to inject our DB context class over here, just like we did in our controller, same like that. So I'm just copy pasting this. Okay, our class name is master service. So we injected our DB context class. Now we have to create a simple method, a simple function which will return the data. So public this had to complete public async task. Now what type of data you are going to return from this? So we are going to return list of a state master or something, right? So list of state master get states. Fine. So this function is going to simply return the list of state. So here return, since it's a async method, so we have to add a wait db context dot state list and to list async. Okay. So see, in our services, in our service class, we have injected our db context class and we have just created a simple function. What is the return type of this function? It is returning a task, but what it contains list of state master, and that's why we have a wait. Now we have a function which is going to get us the state list. Now in your controller, instead of making the DB call directly from over here, you can make use of your service, correct? So before using our service into our controller, we have to register it. So we have to go to the program.cs. You know, in Angular, in previous version, we used to register into provider section, just like you can relate with that. So here on builder, let's add it over here, builder dot services dot add scope and master your service name, that is master service. Okay, so this is how you register, then only you can start using your services. Otherwise you will get the, this is a part of your dependency injection framework. So once you create the service, you need to inject it over here in program.cs. You have to register it, you can say, and then that service you can use it into your controller. Now into our controller, just like we have injected our previously our service, now just like that. So private read only, then your service name. So your, what is that, master service. You created an object. Let's add the namespace also. It's coming from your particular file services. Then over here also you need to inject master service. Then now over here, your master service will point to this. Okay. Fine. Now, in your API, instead of making the DB call from over here, now you can directly use the service. Okay. So here you will write underscore master service dot get state. Okay. Let's add a debugger over here and over here also. Let's test it. So all your, wherever you are, what are the DB operation, what you are doing, either you are fetching, inserting, deleting, right, updating, everything you can move it to your services. There should not be any DB operation. So in your controller, you won't need at all this DB call. Everything should happen from your services. So that object will be created, DB context object will be created in your service only. Fine. Let's check get all state, try it out, execute. So the job of controller is just to process the incoming request and manage the output response. That is the only job of controller. Manage the, or process the incoming request and manage the response, right? It should not be concerned with the heavy operation, right? Now from here, we are calling a function from our service. So our execution will go over there. See, execution came over here. From here, you are making the API call. Let's add a debugger after this. Return OK, continue. So it is making that DB call. Once we get the data, so data got returned. See, 3 response we got. Now you are returning. So your controller, what it is doing? It is just fetching the incoming request, managing the incoming request, sending, asking service to get the database from to get the data from the database, and it is returning. So controller is not doing the heavy work. Your service class is doing the heavy work. Got it? So just like this, all the things, let's say where it is. So this logic also you can move it over there. Got it? So all your database logic you will move it over here one by one. So your controller won't be needing this DB context object over here. All your database related operation will move to the services finally. And again, reusability also, right? Let's say another controller is there, and there in the controller, you are going to need state data to perform some operation. So now you can inject this. So that becomes reusability also. You don't have to write this code again and again. Same way in Angular on React, just why do we create utility service or the services? Same purpose will be served over here also. Got it? So this is service class in your API. Okay. Again, one more way is there. This is not again optimized solution or production level code. We create interface and we in the service we implement it. I will cover it that. Okay, one by one. So I'm not going into directly advanced concept. Step by step we are going so that you will be able to relate it properly also. Okay. For now, what we have done, we have just moved component code to the services. Then instead of creating directly function over here, first we create the interface. There we just declare the name of the whatever the function or the method I have. Then we implement it over here. Then we override it here. Here we will override our interface, whatever we have created. And whatever the method we said so over there, that we need to implement over here. Okay, see, it is suggesting I master service. We didn't create it, but get it? So we will complete everything. So with this knowledge, whatever we are going to do, you will be in a suitable position to apply as a full stack also. Because most of the things you know, let's say 70 to 80% you might know. Again, if you have properly done the practice, then only. Obviously, there are some advanced concepts which might be there in the interview. But again, if you are going as a full stack developer, you in the interview, in the introduction only, you can specify, yeah, 60 to 70% I'm an Angular developer, but I can work with API also. And in the introduction only, you can explain whatever things you know. So interview will take interview like that. Whatever you say, that he will ask the question. So you will increase your chances to get selected. Okay. So this was just a short tip. Many developers are connecting with me, those who are learning. So same advice I'm giving to them also. Because obviously you cannot clear full stack developer interview with just with this course, right? You need time. You need to work on at least 2-3 projects. That is also real time. Then you get to explore everything, right? But for now, just to get into that role, you can go ahead with this introduction type so that you will be able to clear the interviews. And so many companies are looking for a developer like this who are good with Angular or React, but they know API development also. So with opportunity, you can be a good full stack developer also. Fine. That's it. So again, if you are new, please do like and subscribe. In video description, you'll be finding a link of my WhatsApp. You can join that, and always you can connect with me with your queries or any doubts. Fine. I hope you are liking my content. Please do post your queries into comments. Fine. Thank you.